You've long wanted to visit Egypt. Now is the time to book that trip. Did you know that for some tour packages, there are add-on expenses which make a trip much more expensive? You may think you can book an economy tour, but there are hidden charges you might not know about until you are already on the trip. Does your tour program include days with free time that you can spend on your own? Look carefully. Do they make suggestions about how to spend that time? What does it cost? Do they offer tour options that end up costing a lot of money? For instance, does the tour skip major sites like Abu Simbel or Pyramids entry? If your tour doesn't include the best sites, you miss out on wonderful cultural and historical opportunities. If a site is offered as a tour option, how will that work? Are you driving or flying to get there? Are the rates based on a large group traveling together? If so, the cost will be much greater if there are fewer clients taking that tour option. How will you travel? Does the tour include domestic airfare, or do you travel by sleeping train? While a sleeping train might sound like a great adventure, it can be a negative experience where you encounter shared unclean toilets, a tiring experience, trains which rarely depart or arrive on time, less time spent at important sites. Did you choose to take a Nile cruise? On side trips during that cruise, do you get private tours, or do you share cars with guides with other guests? A shared tour can mean less time to enjoy the sights because you only move as fast as the slowest members of the group. What is the accommodation on your Nile cruise? Are you guaranteed an upper deck cabin, or do you have to pay extra for that feature? Are you surprised to learn that there are lower deck cabins? People who have traveled that way have said, the view is totally different. It's so noisy. The cabins are near the engines, which are really loud. What about the guides? Do you have a different guide at every stop, or does the same guide accompany you throughout the tour? Sometimes you get a new guide in each city and have to share him with other group members. This limits your ability to ask questions or hear what is being said. It's best to inquire about meals. How does your tour arrange the meals? Some tours only include breakfast at the hotel and lunch while sightseeing at a local restaurant, but dinner is extra. A clean, tasty, appealing meal can cost between $15 and $40, and that adds up quickly if you have to buy your own dinner every night. Have you been shown pre-trip menus so you can choose the cuisines you would love to have or try? A high-quality tour will include Oriental, Vegetarian, Mediterranean, Italian, Chinese, Korean, Indian, Egyptian. Does your tour offer these choices? Look thoroughly at the tour you are considering. Ask yourself about the questions raised here in so many areas. If you say, "Does my tour include this?" and your answer is, "No, they do not," then be very careful about your choice of tour. The add-on features can cost a lot and turn that economy tour into a very expensive experience. When you decide to travel with travel2egypt.org, you enjoy all the services you purchase at no extra cost or hidden fees. Please take a serious look before you decide on the best deal for you. Drop us an email at info@travel2egypt.org, and we will be glad to discuss your plans to tour the lovely and historic land of Egypt.